So, what if we've been thinking about building powerful AI all wrong? What if it's not about creating one single super genius agent, but about creating an entire ecosystem of expertise that anyone can build and share? Today, we're diving into a really big shift in AI development, based on a recent talk from Anthropic. We're going to see why the future might be less about building agents and all about building skills.
All right, to get our heads around this, let's start with a simple question. Imagine it's tax season. You've got two people you can hire to handle your finances. Who are you going to pick?
On one hand, you've got a certified genius with a 300 IQ. I mean, this person is so smart they could probably learn the entire tax code from scratch at an afternoon. But on the other hand, you have an experienced tax professional. This person's seen it all. They know the loopholes, the forms, the weird little rules. They have that deep, practical domain expertise. Now, who would you choose? Yeah, me too, the expert, right? And that little choice right there, that is the core problem that AI agents are facing today. Today's big AI models, they're a lot like that genius. They're brilliant generalists. They can talk about anything, write anything, reason about almost anything. But when it comes to real-world specific jobs, they often lack that procedural, step-by-step knowledge. They're missing the crucial context and all the hard-won wisdom of a seasoned pro.
You know, the first idea everyone had was to just build a totally separate custom agent for every single task. You'd have your financial analyst agent, a research agent, a marketing agent, and each one would need its own special tools and really complicated setup. It was a vision that honestly just wasn't going to scale.
But then, the team at Anthropic had a huge realization, a real aha moment that completely flipped how they thought about building agents.
And here's the breakthrough idea. Instead of building tons and tons of custom tools for every little thing, what if a general-purpose agent could do almost any digital task just by writing and executing code? Think about it. Pulling data from an API, analyzing a spreadsheet, creating a report, that can all be done with code. This really simplifies things, boiling an agent's needs down to just two basic tools, a command line and a file system. That's it.
Okay, so if code is the universal way to do things, how do we give the AI that missing expertise? You know, the knowledge of our seasoned tax professional. Well, Anthropic's answer is this really elegant and powerful concept they call skills. So what exactly is a skill? Well, you can think of it like a recipe book for the AI. It's a package of that how-to knowledge for a specific task. It's not just a list of facts. It's a whole collection of instructions, processes, and tools that actually teach an agent how to do a job reliably every single time. And here's the most brilliantly simple part of this whole thing. A skill isn't some complicated special file format you have to learn. It's just a folder. Seriously, just a plain old folder full of files. And that was a very deliberate choice. It means anyone can create one. You can track them with Git, share them in Google Drive, heck, you could email one as a zip file. It's a concept we all get because we've been using it for decades. And inside this folder, you can pack everything an agent could possibly need to become an expert. You've got your main instructions, reusable scripts that act like little tools, data files, code examples, even compiled programs. It's basically a self-contained expert in a box for any specific job. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but how does the system handle thousands of these skills without its brain, the context window, completely overflowing? Well, the solution is super clever. It's called progressive disclosure. The agent doesn't try to load everything at once. First, it just sees a title and a short description of the skill. Only when it decides, hey, I need that skill for this task, does it actually pull in the detailed instructions and start accessing the other files. It keeps everything efficient and lets the system scale up beautifully.
So, this idea of expertise in a folder isn't just a cool theory. It has already sparked a whole ecosystem that's growing incredibly fast. Let's take a look at how it's actually being used right now.
I mean, it's only been a few weeks since this launched, and people have already created thousands of skills. And they pretty much fall into three main buckets. Foundational skills, they give the AI brand new general abilities. Third-party skills for specific products, and internal enterprise skills. Foundational skills are things like teaching an AI how to professionally create and edit Word documents or PowerPoints. Third-party skills are where companies like Notion can build a skill that lets the AI do a deep search inside your specific workspace. And enterprise skills, that's where it gets really powerful. We're talking about teaching an agent your company's unique internal coding standards or how to use a piece of software that only your company has. So here's the most crucial point of all this. This whole approach democratizes AI development. Because skills are just folders with plain text instructions and files, you do not have to be a developer to build one. We're seeing domain experts, people in finance, law, HR, packaging their own procedural knowledge, making the AI better for everyone in their field. All of this is building towards a really grand vision for the future, one that actually looks a lot like the history of personal computers. You can think of it as creating an app store for AI capabilities.
In this analogy, the massive, powerful foundation models, your Claudes, your GPTs, they're the new processors. They're like the CPUs. They have incredible raw computing power, but on their own, they're just waiting for instructions.
The agent runtimes, the frameworks that manage the model's inputs, outputs, and its access to tools, those are the new operating systems. They're like the Windows or Mac OS of this new world, managing all the resources and making sure everything works together. And that makes skills the new applications. This is the layer where all the value is created for you and me. Just like millions of developers built software that solved specific problems, now millions of us can package our own unique expertise into skills, creating a whole universe of AI apps. The ultimate goal here isn't just to have a bunch of apps. It's to create a shared, compounding library of knowledge. As you and your team create and improve skills, the collective intelligence of every agent in your organization just gets better and better. They learn your team's context, your workflows, your way of doing things. This unlocks true continuous learning. The agent is no longer static. As you work with it, it can even start creating and refining its own skills, maybe turning a useful little script it wrote for you into a reusable tool for next time. It means the AI you work with on day 30 will be fundamentally more capable and more aligned with you than it was on day 1. So, let's leave it with this final thought. By shifting our focus from building these huge, monolithic agents to building small, composable, shareable skills, the barrier to entry for building with AI has just been lowered. Dramatically. The power to create truly valuable AI applications is no longer just in the hands of a few giant companies. It's in the hands of every single domain expert. So the question is no longer if you can build for AI. The question is, what will you build first?